What's happening, so fam? So this is how to protect from psychic attacks, all right? There are three major things that I really like to do, and I'm gonna give them to you super easy and super fast, just in case if you feel like you're being psychically attacked right now, or you just wanna be prepared for the future for anything that might happen, especially if you're on the rise with your own energy work and your manifestations. If you're new to the channel, my name is Excel. Welcome to the Antojai community, where we talk about psychic abilities, energy work, manifestation, and so much more. So the three things that I really like to do with protecting myself from psychic attacks. The first one you're gonna see like right here, okay? So I have a lot of statues. I have another statue right here as well. These statues are tied to a specific deity or a specific god, and that is something that can help you really protect your home, especially if you connect with these particular deities really well. So I have different kinds of statues based off of the gods and the deities that I work with. And I really have become friends with these particular deities. So I put them in specific places where I'm like, okay, well, maybe I have a spell book here. Maybe I want to protect my bedroom. Maybe I want to protect my house from any negative energies that people might bring in to my reality. And I take that particular deity that I really am friends with, and I just keep their statue in a specific place just to protect that energy, okay? Now, you should do some really good research on that particular deity. You want to know whether or not they resonate with your values and the things that you're trying to create in your reality, because not every deity is going to be in alignment with what you're creating right now, right? So you just don't want to bring any specific, statue into your house, because that's going to be something that's not going to be helpful for you in the long run. The first thing is having statues and then giving them life and having their values with the deity resonate with you. I know it sounds crazy, but these statues actually do carry energy. Even if it's made out of wood or resin, the idea or the deity behind whatever statue you get is the main energy that you're bringing into your home. There's specific deities that protect against negative energies that are coming towards the people that work with that deity particularly. It's an ancient technique that all shamans have done across the world at some point in their life, basically, and it's constantly being reused. The second thing that I really highly recommend to protect your home from anything that is a negative psychic attack is having spiritual devices like this. This is called a vajra, which is basically a thunderbolt, okay? And this is used in meditation to bring in intense enlightenment into your reality, but this is also a divine weapon that you can use to ward off evil and negativity. Now, there's a lot of different forms of these like sacred tools. You should always buy or procure one through a very ethical channel. You also want to learn about it, because just having this and not knowing what it is not enough. Like, you have to know what it is. You need to be called to having a vajra for whatever reason that you're going to be bringing it into your reality. And you have to have consciousness of what it is so that it works. Otherwise, it's just a hunk of junk that's sitting there. It's the intention and the knowledge behind this alchemy that, yes, we have a physical form to work with, but we want to know what it's actually capable of, what its significance is, and then we can have a deeper interaction with it. Similar to the statues, right? Like the deity, you want to know the consciousness, the alchemy behind a specific tool. So there's lots of these. I have a vajra. You can get a furba if that's something that like you're really into. You can get even like specific like enchanted waters. Like Florida water can be something that's really like powerful in that sense. Like you can have an atlas, which some people use in divination. You can have anything that you find as a spiritual protection device or something that absorbs negative energy. Some shamans bless a cup of water before they go to sleep, and they put it at their doorstep or in their bedroom. So like if any negative energy gets into your bedroom when you're sleeping, it goes into that cup of water automatically, and the water entraps it. There's a lot of different ways where you can create a sacred tool if you honor it. Like if you're one of the water shamans, you end up realizing that water has memory and water is alive. So like when you start seeing the power of water, that's where water can become a medium to protect you from negativity. The third thing that I really do like to recommend in terms of your psychic protection are psychic stones. Particularly, I'm a huge fan of aura quartz, okay? So aura quartz can be found in different shapes and sizes. Some of it's man-made, some of it's organic, but it's basically titanium-coated quartz. And you can also find other stones like rose quartz or howlite in a titanium coat. Those are still gonna work just fine for this particular project, but these stones are so good not only for psychic enhancement, but psychic protection. So if you keep a couple of these around your house, then you're gonna end up having a very clean space that protects you from any negative energies. You wanna keep one in every major room of your house, and you wanna try to have as many of them as possible by the places you sleep, even doorways, so that if somebody ends up psychically attacking you in one area of your house, like your kitchen, and you have these stones around the doorway of the kitchen, they can't step outside of the kitchen to harm anybody in your house. Now, you can also have these stones and carry them with you in your bag or have them in a necklace or some sort or something. That's still going to be very powerful. But one of the main things that you really want to secure first when you're doing any form of psychic protection is psychically protecting your home first. Do not try to focus so much on your personal body. Focus on your environment, because once your environment has been programmed to be psychically protected against negative energies, however method you like to do that, that energy ends up becoming a part of your personality and your aura, and eventually you carry the same vibration that's in your house with you everywhere as well. There's another stone called selenite, and selenite is kind of like this whitish kind of vibe. I've talked about it before on my channel, and I've taught classes about it too, but selenite absorbs all the negative energy that comes at you and turns it into positive energy. So I like to have one of these at every windowsill, at every doorway of my house, because then if you're negative, then you're going to get absorbed and you're going to be turned into something positive that then is going to be left in my house, right? So you want to be able to use a combination of stones. You want to be able to use a combination of your consciousness, and you also definitely want to use like other sacred tools, kind of like these statues and stuff, because these are passive ways to protect your home. A lot of times they seem silly, but they have been proven to be extremely powerful. And whenever you place a specific stone or you have a specific object, okay, like this or a statue, you don't tell people about what it is that you use to lace your homes. Oftentimes people are like, oh yeah, you know, I put my house in a very specific psychic state. I feel so good about it. I'm going to tell my 3 closest friends about the process that I use to protect my home. And then what you're doing is you're just leaving yourself out there, because one of your friends might be sending you psychic energy, negative psychic energy now or in a couple years from now or something. And if they know the structure of how you protect your home, they can get past that structure, right? You don't ever want to tell people that your house is secured in a specific fashion, like this is the security system and the security code to my house, because anyone can just break into it. So the practices that you use in your protection magic, you have to keep as like a security code to your alarm system, right? Like you don't tell people what it is that they have, that you're using, who you're praying to, where you got your crystals, how your crystals are laid out, what your moon rituals are, none of that. You try to keep that as much as possible to yourself so no one could ever use it against you, all right? So these are some 3 really powerful passive tips for anybody who's looking for some psychic protection. If you're looking to join our school, our mystery school, becoming an Ascension Master and teaching other people the way of Ascension, check out the links in the description below. Join us on TikTok and on Instagram, and I'll catch you in our next episode.